Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is going to be a video about how to choose whether or not you want a long term relationship and how to choose the person or to know if they're the right person for you. So, this was a requested video. Also, the wig that I'm wearing, if you like it, it's a different wig, it's much thicker and longer. This wig is from Allure Beauty Company, and I have the link below if y'all like it. This was a wig custom made for me by one of the ladies that are in the Level Up group, and we've inspired her to start her own business in selling hair and extensions, wigs, etc. She also sells extensions, so yay for her for starting her own business and becoming an entrepreneur this year. Congratulations. If you want to support her, the link is below. Also, the coupon code SHERA10, all caps, is going to get you a discount. I haven't put that code in there, but I will later on. So SHERA10 will get you a discount. Okay. You can have it different colors, links, textures, whatever. They do it all. So thank you so much for sending this to me. I really love it. But let's get into this relationship talk. I just had to give her a little props and shout out. I'm very proud of people that become their own boss or start their own business to become their own boss. So shout out to her. So getting ready for a long-term relationship. First of all, do you want one? Because most women don't even think about this question before they start dating someone that wants to be taken seriously or whatever. So do you want, thank you, Erica, girl. Hey, yep, that's there she goes. Erica, hey, she is the one that made this wig. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. And the wig, girl. I did it doesn't come in this texture. I did a crimping iron on it. So thank you. I love it. I can do a lot of styling with this. So for now, this is what I've done. But thank you. Okay, so are you ready for a long-term relationship? That means, are you ready to stop, doing certain things? Are you ready to, commit? Are you ready to do all of this that other person wants you to do? Do you even want to be in a committed relationship? Are you taking the relationship seriously? Are you going to see other people? You need to think about all of that. And then when you come to the conclusion that, okay, I think I'm going to try it and see what's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. My best advice is to do like the job does. Like when you get a new job, give it a 3-month trial or a 3-month probation period. Okay. I always say I don't always say, but because I've never really made a video like this, but if you're going to get into a serious relationship, do a 3-month probation period. That means everything they do wrong, everything they mess up on, keep track of it. Okay? Because this is what will continue into the relationship and get worse. So write down everything that person has did that you don't like. And if it keeps adding up and getting worse, you'll see how the relationship is going to end up. Okay? So keep a little tally, keep a little notebook, and every time he does something that you're not happy about, write it on down. Then you need to understand, like, how is your lifestyle going to be? You need to understand how the lifestyle is going to be. So that first 3 months of the relationship is going to give you an indication of what it's going to be and where it's going to go. So if you guys are dating, going out, and he's paying for everything, and it just looks like, great, yay, this is my life. But if he's starting to get a little attitude when he reaches for his wallet, or if he's not taking you out as much when you want to go out, or if he's, pulling back on the money a little bit, then it's going to continue. So give him that 3-month trial. And don't fully commit. Just say, well, I really like you. Let's see where it goes. We'll be exclusive, but never promise any type of, oh, I'm going to marry you or we're going to be together forever. You can let him say all that stuff, but you never say it, because then that way he still feels like he has to earn you. And never ever do things in that 3-month trial that you're not going to be doing in the rest of the relationship. Okay, like if you don't do laundry, don't do laundry, even if it's a marriage or an engagement. Don't do any of the things you're not going to be doing into the relationship. That way he knows what he's getting, and you know what you're getting. Also, think about the type of person that the man is. Okay, are you going for super extravagant lifestyle where you don't really care about this type of person, but you care about the lifestyle? Are you going for a lifestyle that you can have a little bit of both? Are you going for the lifestyle where you just want to be happy, and as long as you don't have to worry about money, you're fine? Okay, so do you want to work? Most people don't. So also factor that in. Is the sound too low? Okay, turn it up. They're mowing the lawn outside, like across the street. So let's say now you've gotten into the 3 months. He's done well. You're happy with everything, and you're like, okay. Then you start making small changes to let him know that you're there to stay. Like mention looking for a house or a new house, or something that makes you guys go together as a couple to purchase something large. It could be a house, a vacation house, a timeshare, I don't know, something. Just something to bind you two together. That way it's easier to propose when you have so much already, invested and intertwined into each other. Okay. So make sure you keep doing things that invest and intertwine with each other, but you don't invest any money. You just put your name on it. Okay. So do a lot of couple things. Because once you are used to having a person every day, it's hard to visualize your life without them. Okay. So if he ever messes up or thinks about leaving or whatever, he'll quickly miss that couple thing. You don't have to be together all the time, 24/7, but when you do go out, make sure it's always like a couples thing, because that's what he's going to miss. Nothing makes you feel more single than when you're so used to doing everything as a couple and you separate. Okay. So make sure you're always doing the couple thing, holding hands, dressing up, things that are going to make him have fond memories of being a couple. Okay. Thank you, I Am Royalty. Thank you for the donation, girl. And also, you don't have to discuss children. You don't have to discuss any of that, because it doesn't matter. That's basically up to you if you decide that's what you want, because he's going to go with whatever you want later on eventually. Just know that. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to have the children discussion. You don't have to have any of that, because he's going to do whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do at the end of the day anyway, if you do this right. Okay. Make big deals out of holidays. I've said this in one other one. Make big deals out of holidays. Like I said, decorate the house, go all out, get champagne or sparkling cider, whatever y'all do. Make sure he feels like this is what it's going to be like to be with you. Festive, fun, always something, that way he can imagine future holidays with children. If you're already doing the most, he knows, you're going to make a good mother and all that kind of good stuff. Even if he doesn't want kids, it's still going to make the holidays seem more festive and fun. Okay. So, yeah, go all out about that. Um, do things special like on his birthday. Make sure he feels like he's appreciated and recognized. This is how you get him to propose. You do all of these things. Don't overdo it. Just do it just enough. That's normal. You know what I mean? Some women like to overdo stuff and it makes the man feel uncomfortable because he knows he's not going to overdo anything. And therefore, he feels like he can't impress you. You see? So never overdo anything when it comes to a man. Okay? They don't need all that. They don't even like it. They may lie and smile, but deep down inside, they don't like when people, especially women, overdo stuff. Just do enough. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if you have to meet their parents or their family members, go in there happy and excited, not nervous and scared with an attitude. Some of you, even if you feel like they don't like you, act like you love them and you're stupid and you don't even realize they don't like you. Because after a while, they will just deem you dumb and just start liking you anyway. She's so sweet. She don't even know we hate her. Girl, I feel bad. You see? Playing dumb works a lot. Okay. So never get the attitude. Never feel like that they don't like you or anything. Just play stupid, dumb, and keep a big old grin on your face. Compliment the house, everything. Wow, you have such a beautiful home. You know, just play dumb. If you see a side eye or some side whispering, just say, ah, yay, what are we talking about? You know. So, and then like tell him, so I wanted to surprise James, and I wanted to know if you guys would like to, come to the house. Da 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 da. I'm gonna throw him a surprise party, and I want you to come because he loves his family so much, and I know he always talks about you guys, so I know that he's gonna want you guys there if I ever throw him any type of surprise party. So, can I give you my number? Can I get your number so that when I plan it, I can email you and text you all the information. Get in good like that, like you want to do something for him. Okay. That's gonna let them know that you're trying to that you have his best interest in mind. Okay. You got to practice this. You have to practice it. If you have trouble, use the mirror or record yourself on video and keep practicing. Okay. Now, also, a lot of people have issues with exes, baby mamas, like sisters, and like the women in that man's life or whatever. So play dumb with that too. Just be extra nice, no matter what. The being the extra nice makes them the bad guy automatically, always, in everybody's mind. And they'll always, whoever will side with you, always. Okay. So, right. Don't put his baby mama down. Just like, oh, she's finding something about her that's okay. It's like, oh, she's cool, She seems like da 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 da, da, even if it ain't true. Just that way you don't look like a hater, and that way you always win when she starts to talk about you. You see? um, he wasn't. Oh, y'all are talking amongst each other. Okay. When should he meet friends? When he's there to stay. And I really wouldn't really introduce him to friends, especially women friends. You know, um, If you have like a best friend that's already taken or not his type or whatever, and you're deeply committed and engaged in all that good stuff, and she probably gonna be the maid of honor, that's when you introduce. Okay. Keep your man away from friends until you got him locked down. Okay. Until you got him locked down. Thank you, Maddie Maxwell. Having trouble joining the group. I'm sure I do send the friend. Okay. Contact D Taylor. If you go back to the section that I comment in on the community section, there's a note there saying that D Taylor is going to contact you to add you in because I needed help. So she's going to be helping to add members to the group. So just go and comment and leave your Facebook link without the .com in the comments in the community section under the post talking about joining the group. Okay. So yeah. Also, what was I talking about? See, this is why y'all need to stick to subject because I forget. Okay. Yeah, keep your until you got them locked down, keep your friends away. You know what I'm saying? Family is okay. Make sure the age range is way off, because like people are so naive that they will bring their man around their friends the same age. Okay. And you don't want to do that because somebody is going to get to being attracted to each other, or getting jealous of you, wanting him, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to be a whole mess. So just bring him around people he don't want, are already married or don't want him for sure. Totally out of their age range, or the same age, because some men won't date women the same age. Thank you, Serena. How do I deal with a man with the temper? Hold on, let's go back. Because of his high stress job, he never plans dates anymore. He's hot and rich, been together 11 years. Take yourself out, girl. If y'all been together 11 years, I hope you're married. You better get that ring. Thank you, SGS, for the donation. Yeah, start getting married. If you ain't married and it's been 11 years, I don't know what you're doing. If you are married, then start planning the night out and tell him, hey, I booked reservations. Oh, hey, and use his card, use his credit card. I got us tickets to A, B, C, and D. It's on this day. So we're going. You start making the plans, because once a man has been with you that long, you're going to have to start making the plans. You know what I mean? Just use his money to buy it. Tell him where he got to be and what he got to do. Because after he comes home from working a high stress job, do you think he wants to go and figure out plans on what to do with you? No, you do that and let him just show up or drive there and pay for it. Right. Okay, so happiness versus lifestyle. You can have a little bit of both. You can have one, you can have the other. So you got to figure out where you want to land on the lifestyle spectrum. You want to land over here at the super rich, where your husband is always out of town, possibly hiring prostitutes in the hotel? Do you want to land here in the middle, where he's home every night? You got everything you want, but you don't have a yacht? Or do you want to land over here where, he's middle class, but you don't have to work and you can pretty much be happy, So where do you want to land? You got to think about that lifestyle before you choose the type of man you want. What are your plans? Do you plan to stay with him? Is this your first husband? Are you going to marry again after you leave him? Like, think about all this before you get married. Okay, so somewhere in the middle is probably best, okay, because it could go either way. You could always leave, stay, whatever, but somewhere in the middle is probably good for if you want to have kids, if you want to settle down, if you don't want to work, if you want to have a good lifestyle too. Somewhere in the middle is going to be good for everyone's sanity and family and, all that kind of stuff. So, it's fun. It's fun, fun, fun. It's exciting to date, extremely rich men when you're young. And then, if you seriously date one for a couple of months, you get to see how your marriage is probably going to be. I mean, if you notice that a lot of women who marry extremely rich men or billionaires who aren't billionaires like, or rich themselves, that marriage doesn't last forever, you know, because of what they're enduring. So make sure if you can barely control your emotions enough to even level up and date, make sure you're able to understand what being with someone for many, many years or on a long-term basis is going to be like if you're even having a little bit of a hard time controlling emotions. Okay. So that's how you're going to decide. hmm Um, did I marry for love and money? I married for security. And then as I got to um, well, I know James like 4 years before we got married, but we were just having fun. We were dating, we were living together, dating, traveling, and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't know how he was going to be as a husband or a father. So when I married him, it was more for the security because I was like, well, I'm not going back to work. I'm not going to marry somebody that doesn't have any money because I'm too used to this lifestyle. So, I've been with you for 5 years. What's the next step? My clock is ticking. So I married him because of time and security. So after we got married, it was like, okay, when you live with someone, when you have a child with someone, you grow in love. You grow to love. He already loved me, but when you grow to love someone that's the father of your children and who provides and, gives you everything and da 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 da, you know, um, that bond and that love is real. It's not based on superficial, what you call it, infatuation. You see. So when I laying in the bed and he's getting up to go to work, that's love. You know, when you're so that's what y'all gotta remember. Love is not how you feel and how attracted you are to a person. It's how you feel after you've seen their ugly side or been with them for a while and maybe not the same feeling that you had with this guy who was like a model with a six pack and 6'3", that's not love, that's lust. So when you truly love somebody, it has nothing to do with their outside appearance unless they're a man, unless you're a man. Because women don't love the same as men. Okay. Women love security. Women love to feel protected. Women love to know that they don't have to get up and rush around and endure things that they don't want to endure. They just want to be home with their children. That's love. Okay. So when you can appreciate a man who can do all of those things for you, you grow in love, you grow as a family, and you grow into something that can't be broken apart. Now, loving someone, long term, you could love someone like a strong love, but you never really truly love a man until you could see him as a father to your children, unless you don't plan on having kids. Because after you get pregnant and push out a baby, the love has to transfer from you to the children. And if it's not transferring properly, you start seeing him differently. It's like, okay, we got these kids now. What about them? Hello. So it's how you see them as a father and a husband and someone that is going to provide and take care and love you and the kids. So you can't tell if you love him until after all of that anyway. Just saying. Um mhm. So yeah, if you don't want kids, then that's not going to be really be an issue. That's why I say if do couple things, because then that love grows between two people that are bonded together because they're always together. Okay. But give them space during the day, but every day come together at least for a meal, watch something on TV together, go out a couple times a week, but always come back together. Um, mhm. And make sure you make that a priority. A married Arab rich man wants to marry me. What to do? I'm sorry, I can't share my house. I gotta be the only one. I'm greedy. I'm a Pisces. I like to, unless they the maid, I can't do it. Okay. Um, you're laughing. Um, Shira, what do you do when an accomplished man I've just met keeps throwing some nasty words or should be talking about something serious and throw words or a lie that has some sexual meaning? He's a man. Cut his penis off if you don't want him to talk sexual anymore. Cut it off because that's a man. Okay. They're gonna do that. They still do that. James still do that, and it's been 18 years. Okay, it's a man. I don't know why y'all women don't think that men are supposed to be sexual. That's their nature. ah, sorry if that was offensive to some men, like to cut the penis off, but that's exactly what you're gonna have to do if you want him to stop talking like that. Okay. You said constantly sexual though. Imagine if he wasn't attracted to you. Then that's how you can get the most money when they're constantly attracted to you. I mean, y'all got to flip that stuff. Y'all got to learn how to flip it. And I've talked about it in so many videos. Why don't y'all just flip it? Ask for some money right then and there. If they're bold enough to keep talking about sex, you need to keep talking about that money. You're going to see. The less they talk about sex, the less you talk about money. Hey. Okay. Every time they mention sex, mention money. They'll learn. You have to train men. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. We're aware. Okay. Just think about this. Go on Facebook right now and post something about money and a man having money. Some man is gonna come up there and type, well, what about love? As soon as you mention money, they start behaving as you like them to behave. Okay. Because that's what they do. So if you want him to stop being so sexual, then start talking about some money. Um, right. As for the money, we know y'all. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're broke or not because we're never broke. Women are never broke. We can get money like in 2 seconds if we wanted to. Women can never be broke because we have too much to offer to overly sexualized men, and they may not even get it. They just might think they're gonna get it after they give us some money and then get tricked. Just like Cardi B did. Everybody's texting me, did you see what Cardi B said? Did you see what Cardi B said? She drugged men, used sex to rob them. Okay. That's every day, all day. Every day. Women do that all the time. And um, that's nothing new. That's why nobody's reacting to it. um she's out there saying that she used to use sex to trick men, drug them, and then rob them. Probably when she was a dancer. You said that's what strippers do. Exactly. Duh. How to get a girlfriend? Get some money. Girls like money. There you go. Get you some money. You won't have to do much. Just get some money. It's that easy. See, y'all got it easy. All y'all got to do is get money. Guys, what to do when your upperclassman looks down on you for being lower class? Ask for some money. Ask for an upper class car. Ask for a Bentley. Ask for a vacation to the Hamptons. Ask for some upper class crap. Say, well, I need more experience in being upper class, so take me here, take me there. Yeah. The I have what? She said her cookie was the drug, right? How to get over humiliation. Own it. If there's something that you're afraid of or ashamed of, own it. Own it. Then they can't do anything about it. Just own it. Whatever you were humiliated by, own it. And no one will even talk about it after that because you've already admitted to it. It's not something that you're trying to hide or be ashamed of or a target for people anymore. Just own it and move on. Whatever it was. Thank you, Amy Lou. What should a 21-year-old wear looking to marry? 21 is too damn young to be trying to get married. Wait till at least you're 25 to start looking for a husband. But you need to be having fun. So after you get married, you can say that you had fun in your 20s. Okay? But thank you for the donation. You're too young to be trying to get married. You'll regret it and be divorced by the time you're 30 if you get married at 21. Go live life. Go travel. Dress to travel. Meet many men. Meet the type of man you don't want to marry. Go experience and see what they're talking about. And then when you get 25, then you start looking for that the one, you know? Right. Right. Ha ha ha. What if you're over them already? Then why are you looking backwards? Why are you looking behind you? Do you drive through the rear mirror of your car or do you drive looking forward? You know what I'm saying? Unless they waiting on you in the future to humiliate you again, I don't think you need to be worried about it. You know? If they damaged your reputation and character and where you lost the money, you can sue. That's my best. That's the best thing I can come up with. Okay. You went on vacation with somebody and they became emotionally abusive. Were they drunk and violent? How do I leave? I'm scared. Um, you should have had another one. Like, go get another one and just leave. Pack your stuff, get in your car, and roll. You know, always have that backup fund. You know what I'm saying? I always tell y'all when y'all get these sugar daddies and y'all go out and buy all these stupid purses and stuff and don't have nothing in your savings account and then you don't know how to leave them, that's your bad. Get some money in your account. Start your own business. Get some money. Okay? Keep some money. And I need to start saying keep some money. Keep some money. If you don't have enough money in your account to leave, then that's poor planning on your part because I always tell y'all to keep a stash. Always. Mm-hmm. I'm dating two doctors who work at the same facility. How can I make sure that they both don't drop me? So it's not, have a different name for each doctor. That way they'll never know who they're talking about. Today your name is this with that doctor, and then with the other doctor you have a different name. Wear one wig with this doctor, wear another wig with the other doctor. Be two people. Okay. So if you're gonna decide that you're gonna be in a long-term relationship, also have some money. Okay, that's another thing. Have your own money in the bank saved up to where if you don't like it, you can leave at any time and have some to spare. And while you in it and giving him the free trial, you need to be also getting his money and stacking it in your account as well. And you don't need to be paying any bills. Okay. So you can also use that time to stack, stack, stack. Hmm. And definitely live with somebody before you marry them, because that is something that most people really need to learn how to live with that person. Um, if you live with someone before you marry them, you'll know everything or most everything that comes with them, what you're going to have to deal with, how they act, how they sleep, how they clean up, how they don't clean up, all of that stuff. And that way you can say, okay, well, either you're going to get used to it or you're going to be like, I can't do this, or you're going to learn to accept things that you don't want to accept, which is another thing that comes with long-term relationships and marriage. Okay. Living with a man, if you've never lived with a man before, you're going to have to make some major adjustments. Okay. Just so you know, they don't live like women. So, no, there's some men who are very clean and there's some men who aren't. Some men that just throw stuff everywhere. The whole toilet situation is a deal. So, have more than one bathroom. Designate one his bathroom so you don't have to ever deal with it. That's my best advice. Mhm. Um, right. So I do suggest living with someone before you marry to get a glimpse of your marriage to see what it's going to be like in the future. Um, mhm. Save enough to where you can leave at any time and get your own place and not have to struggle. Okay. 10,000 and up at least. Thank you, Taquisha Lily. Kicked my Dusty out my house. He was my first love. He was abusive. It's a bittersweet feeling. I'm only 21. Any advice? Yes. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Don't look back. Don't take them back. And level up and keep moving forward. Only get someone who does what you want. Like make a list of characteristics, not too long, but the main characteristics you only will date, and don't stray from it, because women that have been abused and have lived with Dusties tend to repeat the pattern. So you must make a list that this man must have money, must pay bills, must be professional with a career instead of a job, and must respect you and, whatever. Because if they have money, there's something to lose. So they're less likely to abuse you if they have more to lose. You know what I'm saying? So go for somebody that has something to lose where they won't act a fool upon you. You see what I'm saying? If they have a career, they'll lose their entire career if they get a record. Most careers. Yeah. So get somebody with a career, not a job, but a career. You're going to have to level up to the point to where that's all that you can even entertain. Okay. Keep to that list and you'll be fine. Don't repeat the patterns. Don't date any more Dusties. Don't date anyone your same age. Try to date at least 10 years older or more. You're going to have the financial security there, the maturity, and the ability to impress you and take care of you if need be. Okay. Um, the list was just make sure the man has a career and something to lose, treats you with respect, you know, things like that. So you can add to it or subtract from it, but keep the career and the respect part. Okay. If it's too long, you'll never date. So try to keep it short, but effective. Short but effective, because if it's too long, you're gonna be looking forever. It's like playing bingo. The smaller the bingo card, the faster you win. What is a Dusty? It's a broke man. Okay. Thank you, Alexa. Oh, love you too, girl. Shira, you should allow your husband. Oh, Shira, would you allow your husband to disrespect any of your friends? I don't have that many friends. And if I'm married to a man that's fully taking care of me, unless my friend can do the same thing and willing to do it, when you take a vow to your husband, that's your husband. That's your family now. That's your family. So your friends come and go. Husband's supposed to stay. Should have married your friend. Anyway. That reminds me of a story. Like James accidentally, not even on purpose, disrespected one of my friends. And you know how some people are extra sensitive? This was a long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago. He was commenting on the shoes she was wearing was inappropriate for the venue, wearing high heels and grass and getting the heels stuck in the grass. I mean, that's just an observation. And I guess someone heard and told her, and it got back to her, and she was upset and like just cut us both off. And I'm like, oh well, next, So, and I had no idea because I wasn't even around when he said that. But I said, I mean, it was just an observation that a man made. So some people will feel disrespected for the least amount, but you still got to roll with your husband because that's your husband. I don't care about somebody that's going to come and go anyway. That's not the father to my children or, supporting me. They can come and go as they please, But when you put a permanent fixture in your life, that's why you have to really think about this. Do you really want to be married? Do you want to be with a husband? Do you value your friends more than the person that you're trying to be with? Because sometimes you will lose friends depending on who you marry, and it could come at any time. So you got to be willing to sacrifice such friends. Mm-hmm. Any advice for artist chicks? I don't know. Like, what's special about an artist that's not the same for another chick? Everybody's an artist. For example, like if that's what you do for a living, then you definitely need a rich man because that's not always going to pay your bills. So you definitely need somebody to pay them bills. So aim high. You said, why can't young guys get it together? Because they're 10 years behind mentally. Women mature faster than men. Women have a biological clock that ticks. Men just roll around and be free and have fun until they start to see some gray down there. Then they try to be settling down. Okay? So just think about it. That's why they don't get it together until they're older. Until they're that old man in the club that people laughing at. Then they want to settle down. Okay? Hmm. So, like I said, date the type of man you don't want to marry for fun. Don't live with him. Don't invest with him. Don't have no children with him. Date him until you get to the point where you're trying to be serious and settle down. Then you go get the type of man that's marriage material. You don't want to date the person you fell in love with but ain't got no money and dusty and broke. You just want to have fun in your 20s with that person, just like they were trying to have fun in their 20s with you. Then you move on. Okay? You don't stay there. That's not for you. That's unless that's the lifestyle that you want. Um right. Women are children for life. Okay, so well, if we were more dominant over you, then you would be the child. You want us to be the child, or would you rather be the child, sir? Because that's the only way it's going to be. You want to be the child, or you want me to be the child? You pick. Any, meeny, miny, mo. Um, sure, my man is way older. I live in a very affluent area in Florida, so meeting wealthy men was common with simply going out anywhere. Good for you, Chanel. That's why I say go to the nice area. You be good. Meet men with money because you're sitting right in an area of money. Hmm. Run away from single dads and men going through a divorce. Yeah. Just use them for their money until they realize you're not serious about them either. Um, you're almost 33 and free. I'm still leveling up, but I like my freedom. Then keep being free, baby. Be free all the way to 50. Because, once you settle down with somebody and enter into a long term relationship, um, you will lose a certain amount of freedom. So you absolutely have to be ready. Now, if you don't want kids or if you already got kids, then your clock either ain't ticking or you don't want kids. So, I have seen older people get into relationships when they're much older because they don't want kids and they're totally fine with that. So, if you're waiting until you get old to settle down, or you may never want to settle down, that's totally up to you. But I have seen old couples that have just started dating. You know what I'm saying? Or when all their kids are grown and out of the picture. So if you don't mind doing that with someone older who still likes older women or women their own age, then do that. But chances are that man has money, he's not going to want someone his own age. You know what I mean? So you may be, you know, um, having to go for the lesser successful type of man if that's what you're going to settle down with when you get older. So just think about that. Um, 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 um. Thank you. I've changed your views on men and spirituality, learning so much. Oh, thank you. All right, y'all. So basically, that's it. After you get married, you had a taste and a preview, and you can expect things to either stay the same or get better or worse. So, and when you take your marriage vows, like if you decide to get married, you can rewrite your vows. Just so you guys know, you don't have to follow what the marriage vows say. You can write your own rules and your own vows. So you can change them up. If you like this one and don't like that one, change it up. Well, So don't ever think that when you marry, it's for those things that are already written. You can write your own life. You can write your own marriage vows and your own marriage vows to not break. You see? So that's how, um, and that's also kind of like um, understanding each other before you marry, like you can't go broke, right? It ain't for better or for worse. It's for better over here. So when I take those vows, I think even Shaq did it. He said to for richer and for richer. And then, James saw that and he even copied it in our marriage vow. So when James and I got married, he when the officiant was saying for richer or for poor, he said for richer or for richer. He didn't say no poor because he know he ain't ever gonna be poor. Why wish that upon yourself? You know. So he changed his own vows. I didn't even tell him to do that. He did it on his own because he already knew. Because I might say no. Like, or I'll be lying. He didn't want me to lie, so he just gone ahead and fixed it, edited it for me. So, understand each other. That's another thing. Y'all got to be on the same page about what this is. This channel is shameful, but it's honest. It's better to be honest and shamed than lying and ashamed later. I'm not ashamed. I mean, we even played the Kanye West Gold Digger song at the wedding reception when he took off the garter, and take the little garter off because we knew what it was. And everybody else, okay. So first of all, our age difference, everybody already knew what it was. And they were like, oh, she's only marrying him for the money. Oh, she's only marrying him because he got money or so she could be taken care of. So she don't have to work. And we know that they were all saying that behind our back. So what did we do? We owned it straight up in their face. Gold digger was played. For richer or richer was said in the wedding vows. We got married on a yacht, and that was that. So own it. Who cares what they think? At least at least you know it, and at least they know it, and at least everybody is on the same page when it comes down to it. So make sure you're on the same page. That's another thing. That means make sure he knows that you like that, that money. He can't just slack off and then you got to go do something to help him. No, that's not going to work. You always need to be abundant and able to provide and protect. That's your role. Make sure you guys understand each other's roles before you even get married or have kids. Thank you. I have all my clients watching you. Oh, thank you. Chicago nails and makeup girl. Hey, I like how you spelled that. Thank you for sharing my channel. I appreciate that. So, right, you gotta be you gotta write your own life. You gotta edit it the way you want it to be, and you gotta pick the type of person you want to marry and the type of lifestyle you want. And you're the one that's in charge. You're the one that says yes or no, remember. And once you get the lifestyle or the life you want, make sure you can maintain it. That's another issue. People don't know how to maintain it. Maintaining your lifestyle is not changing too much from how you started off when you met the person. That's called as far as looks and how you guys communicate and what you guys expect of each other. Thank you, Eve Barr. Love your channel giving real advice for 2019. Yay. Thank you for the donation. So if he married you or met you looking beautiful and now he comes home to pick Misha and Bonetta look, house shoes, bonnet on, no makeup, things will change, maybe for the worse. If he met you and you were this way and now you're totally opposite and mean all the time, something's going to change and it might be for the worse. So try to make sure you can maintain who you are when you guys first met. Not to the exact, because people do change. Make sure you can maintain what he initially was attracted to you for. Were you nice? Were you pretty? Were you always put together? Did you guys have a good time? Did you have a sense of humor? Did you guys talk? Did y'all relate? Keep that, if anything, up as much as you can. And then, in other areas that don't really matter, you have that wiggle room, Do you think American culture is perpetuating dusties? No, I think Poverty Mind is perpetuating Dusties, you know. Because American culture can go from rich to broke. You know, you see different cultures. When you see America, you see rich and broke. So I think it's just poverty mind that is contributing to the dustiness. Poverty mind is basically thinking how a poor person thinks instead of how thinking that there's always something wrong and that somebody owes them something and that no matter what they do, they'll never get ahead. So poverty mind keeps people back. All is mind anyway. So I don't think it's any kind of culture because you can go around the world in any country and find a rich person and a broke person, and they think totally opposite. Okay. You meant you're saying social media means contribute to the dusty? Well, anybody can have a platform or a voice, but and everyone has free will. So if you agree with a dusty and you want to live the dusty lifestyle and you see nothing wrong with it, then you don't see him as a dusty anyway. You know what I'm saying? The only time you'll see him as a dusty is if you know better. Right? How do you let him know I expect my bills paid? I have first date tonight. Girl, it's too early. See, y'all already jumping too far ahead. It's too early. If he asks you out for the third time and when he wants to be exclusive, that's when you tell him. Okay. That's what comes with that's what comes with taking you off the market. Paying the bills. If you want to take me off the market, you got to take my bills off the market too. How these women are raising these boys makes a dusty picking the wrong baby. What? We're gold diggers and proud of it. You're pregnant now. Your husband has been away and he's coming back tomorrow. How do I look extra beautiful for him? Do the most. Get you a cute pregnant dress or get you a dress that's cute. Shave your legs, do your hair, full makeup, have your nails done. Look pretty. Thank you, Morbella. Love your channel. It literally changed the course of my life. The only men I attract now are millionaires, dating two now in Scarsdale, New York. Now at the home of one of them. Hey, girl. Okay. Good for you. See, I like helping people get to that next level. So enjoy. Your husband is going to make you a single mother. I'll be a rich single mother, though. He ain't going nowhere. He too old. He's like, I'm here to stay and die. Okay. Thank you, Fifi Art. Shira, how do you control emotions and food cravings when dealing with PMS on your cycle and any advice? I don't really have that. Like I don't have that emotional stuff. If I yell at somebody, I quickly apologize. Stay away from people that get on your nerves. Drink a lot of water. Eat what you want. You know what's coming up, go on a diet right before so you can lose a couple of pounds so you can eat a couple of pounds. That's what I do. Lose a couple of pounds so you can eat a couple of pounds. That way you happy. Okay? Because sometimes you're mad because you ain't eating what you want. Stay away from people that get on your nerves. Lose 3 pounds the week before. Gain them back while you there. And you good. Or take advantage of it because you burn like 500 extra calories at that time. So take advantage of it and be on a diet and then sacrifice and lose the weight. You can lose what? That's a diet tip. You can lose more weight at that time if you diet because you're losing 500 calories a day extra. So do whatever makes you happy. Hmm. Don't drink for sure. That's gonna make it worse. Um, how to maintain a good man. Start out in like never end, but like I said, keep it the way you started out. However you started out, keep it that way. You started out looking cute. If you dressed up every day, if you gave him compliments, keep that up. Hmm. Um, where should you create some merchandise with? Oh, you should create some merchandise with the Shira way. Yeah. Hmm. Um, level up t-shirts. I have some in the group. Yeah, I have it's on Zazzle. Zazzle.com and just type in level up Shira 7 or something like that. It'll pop up. Um when I'm able to do some through YouTube, I might. Hmm. Best Women is a woman hat. You can't remember her name in the morning. What? Okay. That's supposed to be funny because it's not. Because she probably robbed you while you were asleep, baby. Like Cardi B. Shoot. Y'all better watch out. Now, while you sleep, she digging through drawers, wallets. I remember one of James's friends got robbed after he brought some what he calls a scallywag. That's what the old men call ratchets back in the day. Call them scallywags. After he brought some scallywag home from the hole in the wall club, he woke up. His paintings were gone. Everything off his wall was gone. Oh shoot. His dishes was gone. She looked like she was moving out and she didn't even live there, but been there for one night. Hold on. So you might not know her name, and that might be a good thing because you can't report her. Thank you. Oh, package. Yeah. Oh, y'all like my wreath? Someone sent me that wreath from their Etsy store from my channel. Isn't that nice? Stupid dog. Come on, Rico. He barks at everything. He'll scratch to get back in. But anyway, y'all, I have to go because I do have a consultation, and I just got my package. Yes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we will see you guys later. Yeah, I do look on Instagram ever so often, and then I look sometimes. Like I'm not always on Instagram; I'm more on Facebook because I have like a lot of groups on there. But thank y'all. Rico, my name. Yeah, dog name is Rico. It means rich. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. See y'all later.